Welcome to Johnny's Car Care and Reviews. So today we're going to be covering the Ford Maverick. That's the all-new 2022 Ford Maverick. I'll be discussing release date, when I think they're going to be hitting dealers. I'm going to also be covering everything that was in the commercial, but also what wasn't covered in the commercial. So a few months ago, I did do a video and on the Maverick. You can, see that from liking and subscribing. You'll have access to all my videos. And speaking of liking and subscribing, if you are one of my Bronco subscribers, please like this video and let it run to the end, because this will actually get this video out. YouTube will suggest it to people who are looking for Maverick information. And boy, do I ever have a lot of Maverick information for you. Of course, I'm all about more cars and more power, so I will be covering what kind of power we can expect from the Ford Maverick. I'm going to be covering what we can fit in that box. So how big is the box? How useful is the box? I'm also going to be giving a general impression of this truck, because I think this truck is perfect for certain people. So, if you get this truck, you just got to make sure that it's the right truck for you. So there's going to be a lot of bashers out there saying that, what is Ford doing? This isn't a truck. A pickup truck doesn't have to be a full-size pickup. It doesn't have to tow 10,000 pounds, and you don't have to be able to put 2,000 pounds in the box. So I'm going to be covering all that info. So, please like and subscribe, hit the little bell signal to get all sorts of information about Ford products, Ford technology, and just car reviews in general. So let's put the pedal to the metal and burn our way right into all this info. Today we're going to be talking about box size, cabin size, engine power, of course, and really that hybrid system. We're going to have mixed feelings about the hybrid system. I personally think it is fantastic for what this truck is being built for and who this truck is being built for. So I hope we're not going to bash on this one too much. I think the Ford Maverick is the perfect truck for, the right person. We always have to remember different strokes for different folks. Some people like 2-stroke, some people like 4-stroke. Doesn't matter what you like, but we definitely can appreciate this model, because it's going to bring a truck to a whole new grouping of people. People that need fuel economy, because we're talking about 40 miles per gallon. So that's about 5.5 to 5.9 liters per 100 kilometers. That is fantastic fuel economy. And this is based on the Lincoln Corsair Ford Bronco Sport. So not the big Bronco with the topless option, but the Bronco Sport and the Ford Escape platform. As such, being that the Ford Escape already has this hybrid powertrain, we already have a great idea of what we're going to get for power. In regards to power, we should expect around 200 to 220 horsepower, and that's of course when we'll combine the electric engine's power with the gasoline powered engine, because the gasoline powered engine on its own will probably have about 170 to 180 some horsepower, but the electric engine jumps in, adds some power to the mix, and also adds a whole lot of fuel economy, because 40 miles per gallon in a truck is absolutely incredible. And you know what else is incredible? The price tag. They're saying this is going to start at about 20,000 US. Now, of course, that's going to be for the XL model, but I'm not expecting the XL model to be anything bad at all. I think that we're going to be getting a nice little treat. Now, of course, if you like a little more luxury, you're going to go with an XLT or Lariat, which I do expect each of those models to add about 6,000 US as we jump up and bump up between one to another. So I'm thinking a Lariat model is probably going to be about starting at about 28,000 US, and that the XLT we should expect around 24 to $26,000 US. So there'll be a Ford Maverick, not for everybody, but price range, yeah, pretty much, because that is not truck territory in regards to prices. That is incredible. What's more, let's talk about the box. Some people are going to criticize this because of the box. Now, a few months ago, I speculated that the box would be between 4.5 feet to 5 feet. I really had hoped for 5 feet, Now, here's the news. It's 4.5 feet. Now, they didn't release that in the initial commercial, which hats off to Gabriella Union. That was a really good choice of spokesperson for the commercial. Really enjoyed the commercial. But of course, they mentioned the 6-foot box with the tailgate down. Now, that's kind of like when I measure myself wearing army boots and try to say that I'm 6 foot tall. Of course, it's not just good marketing. It's to get people to realize that the Maverick, if you need box size, with all those tie downs, I believe there's 10 tie downs in the box, you're going to be able to run tailgate down, so you will be able to use the full 6 feet because the tie downs are there. What's more is that in the box, there'll be places where you can throw in plywood to help subdivide your box and keep all your equipment right where you want it to be. Now, payload. I haven't come across anything in regards to payload. That's the weight you can add to the truck. But looking at the Ford Escape, looking at the Ford Bronco Sport, I'm thinking we're going to have about 1,000-pound payload. If we're really lucky, that might even go up to about 1,200 pounds of payload. Now, of course, we don't want this stealing the show from the Ford Ranger, a more expensive product, or Ford won't want this stealing the show from it. And just keep in mind, the Ranger has up to 1,650 pounds of payload, and on their 4-door model, they play around 1,450 to 1,480 pounds of payload. So we should expect the Maverick to come in at several 100 pounds less, and that's why I'm guesstimating that we're going to have about 1,000 pounds of payload. But towing should be around that of the Bronco Sport. You know, I'm expecting about 2,000 pounds. Now, of course, that CVT transmission, they'll have to make it pretty bulky because CVT transmissions are not famous for towing. But, you know, looking at this photo and looking what we can expect out of the hybrid Escape, I will expect 2,000 pounds of towing. We'll keep you updated on that in future upcoming Maverick videos. So before I jump into talking about the interior of this vehicle, I just want to address, you know, the elephant in the room. I'm usually all about miles per gallon, meaning I'm much more about how happy a car makes me, how much it makes me smile versus how many miles per gallon it gets. But, you know, different strokes for different folks. I know some people are going to find this car, being in this vehicle, maybe worse than an hour in a federal shower, but it's going to be great for some people. You know, it's going to be the perfect city truck. It's going to get you around. It's going to fit into smaller spaces than your regular pickup does. And the price. You know, let's be realistic with the price. The price is absolutely incredible. The people who are fuel efficient and, you know, they're all about fuel efficiency and saving at the pump, this is an incredible vehicle. And, you know, the price is incredible, so don't expect the interiors to be unbelievably luxurious. They look great, like, you know, talking about the interior, look-wise, it looks amazing, but it's going to be basically 100% plastic. And for the price, I think that's okay, and I'm really hoping that the automotive world doesn't really come down really hard on this vehicle for having a plastic interior. You know, I'm driving to work today while my Mustang gets worked on, my 94, and I'm driving to work in a Subaru Impreza, and this is 100% plastic. It has next to no power. I can't even try and get a ticket even when I'm driving in town because it won't accelerate fast enough. And the interior is 100% plastic, and I don't hear the automotive industry ripping through Subaru for having vehicles with plastic interiors. So, you know, what it boils down to, if you got a plastic interior on a car you paid $100,000 for, or heck, $70,000 for, like the upcoming Ford Lightning, yeah, I'm going to be pretty upset if the interior of a $70,000 Ford F-150 Lightning is, you know, basically 100% plastic. But Ford did mention in one of their videos released yesterday that the interior, you know, they said, well, honestly, it's there's going to be a good amount of plastic, but it's textured plastic. I think it's going to be really good looking plastic. The photos look amazing. So let's give them a break. The pricing on this indicates that they've got to save somewhere. And heck, do you want to pay $40,000 for a truck, or do you want to have a truck at $20,000? So let's hope the automotive industry is reasonable on this one. Doesn't just pick on this little fact. And hey, I'll let you decide for yourself from the photos. I think the interior looks great. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. I think that space-wise, it's going to be incredible. You know, they've thought about spacing for water bottles in the doors. They've thought about accessories you can attach to parts of the vehicle to really kind of fit the vehicle to your perfect liking. And I'm pretty excited. It looks like a mountain bike with the tire off. Fits not just in the bed of the truck, but it also fits in the cabin. So that's awesome. You know, if you want to take, if you don't want your bike being out in the elements. So I think this is going to be a great little truck for some, and hopefully for the people that it's not the right fit, they won't just tear it apart. Let's give this vehicle a chance. We've got great fuel efficiency at an amazing price. So, you know, I hope this has been helpful. I hope this has been useful. And as always, if you want to help me out, like and subscribe. And until next time, I wish you all more cars and more power.